Good morning, Solenko. Today is Friday, March 13th. The weather for today is morning showers with a high of 69, and the lunch for today is pizza with tossed salad. WSLC News starts now.
Good morning, Mr. Long, and thank you for coming to us to talk about the coronavirus. What is the school district doing to protect us? And I have some questions for you that students might have
Sure.
to ask. Okay, so number one, what are some general recommendations to keep students healthy?
So this is probably a bit repetitive because we've been talking about this for a week now, but it still is some of the same stuff we've been talking about. Washing hands is the most important thing that you can do to protect yourself. If you are sick, stay home. Don't try to come to school. If you're not feeling well, drink plenty of water. That's another big one. Then if you're coughing or sneezing, do that in your sleeve like we've been talking about. That is our best chance as we're trying to fight this virus.
What are some precautions that the school district is taking?
Sure. So obviously that started a little bit yesterday with announcing that we had to postpone Color Crusades, and certainly that's a hard decision because that's probably everyone's favorite day, a day that I like a lot myself, and that I know it means a lot to our kids. So postponing that was no small decision, but it comes down to student safety. And one of the biggest things that the CDC and our governor are telling us is that we should practice social distancing, which is the idea that we really shouldn't have any groups larger than 250 people together. So certainly assemblies are something we're looking at. We're looking at lunches, trying to find ways we can just spread kids out a little bit. Our custodians have done a great job intensifying cleaning, just trying to keep our building as clean as possible. And then we've kind of taken a stance with visitors that we're really limiting who's in the building, again, as a means to try to protect our students.
How will my daily activities change?
So there's a few things that the students need to know about today and next week and moving forward. And the first one, like I said, has to do with lunch. Lunch is a tough one for us because we have 300 students in an area to eat lunch, and ideally we don't want that. So we're going to try to spread people out. Today at lunch, you're going to see tables in the Great Hall spread out. We're going to have different places in the Great Hall around the cafeteria to eat. But the idea will be, instead of having everybody combined into one spot, we're going to try to space out as best we can, again, to try to keep up with this idea of social distance. The next thing is, for the foreseeable future, the library is not open during advisory. Okay, so again, the library is not open during period 3. Again, that's an area that tends to attract a lot of people, and we just don't feel a need for that to happen in this current situation. And then the other thing I did want to share with you is, obviously, we have events that are being postponed. A lot of the stuff that we're taking off the table, the goal is to have it running, in the near future. So I would be slow to say things are being canceled because I know we have a lot of great things coming up. We just want to make sure that we're safe when we're holding those events.
So what's the plan with activities like sports, clubs, and other extracurricular activities?
Sure. So right now, sports are in session. We don't really have any other information about that. I would expect that PIAA would address that situation, but as of now, sports are still on. Starting today, we will not have clubs, at least for a few weeks. We'll see how this plays out. After school, the weight room will not be open. Again, there's no reason to have 50 to 75 students in the weight room after school. And then there's some small field trips over the next few weeks that we're going to be canceling or looking to postpone as well.
Okay. So what's next? Is there a possibility of us closing, and what will we do? But what will we do for the best of the students and staff?
Sure, and you worded that well. I mean, it really is about what's best for our students and for our teachers. But I will tell you right now, there's no plan to close. That is not something on the table. Certainly this thing is changing by the hour, but as of now, there's no plan to close. That being said, we're trying to prepare for every situation. So you notice today during period 1, we were getting data from everybody about internet accessibility at home, because we want to see if we had to deliver instruction a different way, what would that look like for our students, and is going online an option? So that's the first thing we're doing today. We're just trying to be prepared for every situation. I would just encourage everyone to stay tuned to announcements. Be sure you're getting information from a credible source. I've heard a lot of rumors flying around. Snapchat stories, Facebook, Instagram aren't great sources. I would encourage students, check the CDC website or other credible sources to get their information, so we don't panic unnecessarily. And if you do have any questions, you can see an administrator.
All right, well, thank you for coming on here and making sure that everything's clear. And
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Attention Reading Olympics team members, parent permission forms are due to Miss Dolly by Wednesday, March 18th. Make sure to get both Solanco and IU forms signed and returned in order to attend the competition in April. And attention seniors, just a reminder that prom tickets go on sale next week and will only be sold for 1 week. Tickets should be purchased during lunches. If you do not have a lunch, please purchase them through Miss Wilson in the office or through Miss Richardson in room 110. When purchasing your tickets, please remember to return your prom response card, post-prom response card, dance form, and copy of guest ID if needed. If you have any questions, please see Miss Richardson. There are no events today. We would like to wish the following a happy birthday. Haley Martin, have a happy birthday. And on behalf of the WSLC News team, I'm Dalton Bailey, and have a happy, fun Friday, Solanco.